You know what the biggest mistake we make in life is? Thinking we can control what other people do. We waste so much energy getting frustrated, chasing approval, and trying to change people who don't want to change. And you know what? It's exhausting. But here's a game changer. Let them. Let them doubt you. Let them walk away. Let them not text back. Let them misunderstand you. Because the moment you stop trying to control what's out of your hands, you take your power back, you free yourself, you make space for the right people, the right opportunities, and the right energy to flow into your life. So today I'm going to show you why let them is the mindset shift that will set you free and how applying this simple, powerful rule will change your life forever. We often go through life believing that if we just say the right thing, do the right thing, or try hard enough, we can control how other people behave, think, or feel about us. It's a belief that's deeply ingrained in us, and it comes from a place of good intentions. We want people to understand us, to like us, to treat us fairly, to see our worth. We put in so much effort trying to manage how others react, thinking that if we can just get them to see things our way, everything will fall into place. But here's the truth. This is an illusion. No matter how much we try, we cannot control other people. We can't control their thoughts, their actions, or their decisions. They are going to do what they want to do. They will make choices based on their own experiences, beliefs, insecurities, and desires. Sometimes that means they will misunderstand you. They will misjudge you. They will leave when you wish they would stay. They will react in ways that frustrate, disappoint, or even hurt you. And that's not a reflection of you. It's a reflection of them. The problem is, when we believe we can control what they do, we set ourselves up for endless frustration. We replay conversations in our heads, thinking of what we should have said. We obsess over how we could have done things differently. We internalize their actions as if their behavior is somehow proof of our worth, but none of that is true. Holding on to the illusion of control drains your energy. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of overthinking, people-pleasing, and seeking external validation. It makes you second-guess yourself, walking on eggshells to avoid conflict or disappointment. You become a prisoner of what other people think, shaping your actions based on their unpredictable responses. And the worst part, it never works. You can do everything right, and someone will still find a reason to criticize you. You can love someone with everything you have, and they might still leave. You can give your best effort, and someone might still decide it's not enough. The more you try to control the uncontrollable, the more powerless you feel. But when you stop trying to control others, you take back your power. You realize that your energy is better spent on things you can control. Your attitude, your actions, your reactions. Instead of forcing someone to see your worth, you decide to see it for yourself. Instead of chasing after people who don't value you, you choose to focus on those who do. Instead of worrying about whether someone likes you, you decide to like yourself first. This shift is incredibly freeing. Imagine the peace that comes with accepting that people are going to do what they want, and you don't have to exhaust yourself trying to change that. Let them misunderstand you, let them walk away, let them make their choices, and trust that you are still whole, still valuable, still worthy, regardless of what they do. This doesn't mean you stop caring or that you become indifferent. It means you set yourself free from the emotional weight of things that were never yours to carry in the first place. The moment you let go of the illusion of control is the moment you step into true confidence. You stop reacting to every little thing. You stop needing validation. You stop wasting time on things that drain you. Instead, you focus on what actually matters, your growth, your happiness, and the people who choose to be in your life for the right reasons. That's real power, and it all starts with letting go. Letting go is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself, but it's also one of the hardest. We are wired to hold on to expectations, to relationships, to the idea that if we just try a little harder, things will work out the way we want them to. But the truth is, clinging to what we cannot control only leads to frustration, disappointment, and exhaustion. The power of letting go comes from understanding that you do not have to force anything in life. What is meant for you will come naturally, and what isn't meant for you will leave, no matter how tightly you hold on. When you practice the mindset of let them, you give yourself permission to release the grip you have on other people's opinions, actions, and choices. Instead of trying to convince someone to stay, to understand you, or to treat you differently, you let them be who they are. This does not mean you tolerate mistreatment or lower your standards. It means you recognize that you cannot change another person, and you refuse to waste your energy trying. If someone does not see your worth, let them go. If someone does not appreciate your kindness, let them go. If someone chooses to walk away, let them. Because the reality is, when you try to force people to be what you want them to be, you only hurt yourself. Letting go is not about giving up, it's about trusting. Trusting that what is meant for you will always find you. Trusting that you do not need to beg for love, friendship, or respect. Trusting that your value is not dependent on someone else's recognition of it. The moment you stop chasing and start allowing, your entire energy shifts. You go from feeling desperate and anxious to feeling confident and at peace. Instead of worrying about who is leaving, you start focusing on who is showing up. Instead of trying to control outcomes, you start embracing possibilities. One of the most freeing realizations in life is understanding that people will do what they want to do, and you cannot change that. If someone wants to be in your life, they will make the effort. If they don't, nothing you do will make them stay. When you accept this, you stop taking things personally. You stop questioning your worth based on someone else's actions. You stop feeling like you need to prove yourself. You just live fully and freely, knowing that the right people will be drawn to you effortlessly. Think about how much energy you spend trying to manage other people's reactions. You stress over what someone thinks of you, replay conversations in your head, and try to say and do the right things to keep the peace. But what if you just let go? What if you stopped overthinking and just allowed things to unfold naturally? What if you trusted that everything happening in your life is happening for a reason, even the things that don't make sense right now? Letting go means stepping into a space of trust and surrender. It means recognizing that some things are beyond your control, and that's okay. It means understanding that when you release what's not meant for you, you make room for what is. You cannot force connections. You cannot make someone love you the way you want to be loved. You cannot control how people perceive you, and the moment you stop trying, you set yourself free. This mindset will change your life because it removes the weight of unnecessary stress and anxiety. You begin to feel lighter, freer, more at peace with yourself and your journey. You realize that your happiness is not dependent on anyone else's approval or validation. You are enough just as you are. And when you truly embrace that, everything changes. We spend so much of our lives worrying about what other people think of us. It's almost instinctual. We want to be liked, respected, and accepted. We shape our actions around how we believe others will perceive us, filtering our words, adjusting our behaviors, and sometimes even holding back on what we truly want in order to fit in. But here's the hard truth. People's opinions don't matter nearly as much as we think they do. The need for approval is exhausting because it puts your sense of self-worth in the hands of others. When you allow people's opinions to dictate your actions, you become a prisoner to their expectations. You hesitate before speaking your mind, afraid of judgment. You hold back from taking risks, fearing what people might say if you fail. You stay in situations that don't serve you, jobs you hate, friendships that drain you, relationships that no longer align, simply because you're worried about how it will look if you walk away. But the harsh reality is this: most people are too focused on their own lives to be thinking about you as much as you believe they are. They are dealing with their own insecurities, struggles, and fears. The opinions you stress over are often fleeting thoughts in someone else's mind, quickly replaced by their next concern. The people who matter, the ones who truly care about you, will accept you as you are. They won't require you to shrink yourself to fit into their expectations. They won't force you to prove your worth because they already see it. And the people who don't, let them think what they want. It's not your job to manage their perceptions. Imagine how much lighter life would feel if you stopped carrying the weight of other people's opinions. Imagine the risks you would take, the dreams you would chase, the confidence you would have if you simply decided that you don't need anyone's approval to be yourself. That is the power of letting go of what others think. That is the freedom that comes when you truly understand that their opinions don't define you, only you do. Energy is one of the most valuable resources you have. Every thought, every emotion, and every interaction you engage in either fuels you or drains you. Yet, so many of us spend our energy on things that do nothing but exhaust us. Overthinking, worrying about what people think, forcing relationships that don't align, and trying to control things beyond our power. If you want to live a fulfilled, peaceful, and empowered life, you must learn to protect your energy. One of the biggest ways we lose energy is by allowing other people's emotions and behaviors to affect us. You might feel responsible for making someone happy, for fixing their problems, or for changing their negative mindset. But the truth is, you can't save everyone. You can be kind, supportive, and understanding, but you cannot force someone to change if they don't want to. The more you try to fix people or get them to see things your way, the more drained you become. It's not your job to carry their emotional burdens. Protecting your energy means knowing when to step back, when to let people be who they are, and when to stop trying to change things that are out of your control. Social media is another major energy drain. When you constantly expose yourself to negative news, online arguments, or the unrealistic highlight reels of other people's lives, you start absorbing that energy. You might find yourself feeling anxious, insecure, or frustrated without even realizing why. Protecting your energy means being intentional about what you consume. It means unfollowing accounts that make you feel bad about yourself, taking breaks when needed, and choosing content that uplifts and inspires you. One of the most powerful things you can do to protect your energy is to let go of the need to prove yourself. So much energy is wasted trying to convince people of your worth, your intentions, or your decisions. But here's the truth: the right people won't need convincing. They will see your value without you having to explain it. The more you try to prove yourself to the wrong people, the more drained you become. Let them misunderstand you. Let them question you. Let them think whatever they want. It's not your responsibility to make everyone approve of you. Life is all about balance. You can't welcome new opportunities, meaningful relationships, or personal growth if your life is cluttered with things that drain you. Making space for the right things means consciously letting go of the wrong ones. It requires you to trust that when something leaves your life, whether it's a person, a habit, or a belief, it's creating room for something better. Many people hold on to things out of fear of being alone, fear of uncertainty, fear of regret. We cling to friendships that no longer serve us, relationships that have run their course, and habits that keep us stuck in the same patterns. Why? Because it's familiar, because letting go means stepping into the unknown, and that feels uncomfortable. But here's the truth. When you refuse to let go of what's not meant for you, you block what is meant for you. Think of your life like a house. If every room is filled with clutter, things you no longer need, old furniture that doesn't fit, and boxes of things you've outgrown, there's no room for anything new. You might want a fresh start, a new chapter, or a different life, but if you don't clear out the old, where will the new things go? The same applies to your mind, your heart, and your energy. You cannot receive new blessings when you are still holding on to things that no longer align with you. Making space for the right things starts with self-awareness. Take a step back and ask yourself, what in my life feels heavy? What relationships feel forced? What commitments no longer excite me? The answers to these questions will reveal where your energy is being drained. Maybe it's a friendship that has become one-sided, where you're always the one giving and never receiving. Maybe it's a job that no longer challenges or fulfills you. Maybe it's a mindset that keeps you stuck in self-doubt, preventing you from pursuing your goals. Whatever it is, recognize that holding on to these things is costing you something greater: your peace, your happiness, and your growth. When you let go, you create space for alignment. The right people, the right opportunities, and the right experiences can only enter your life when there's room for them. Think about a time when something didn't work out the way you wanted it to, but later you realized it was for the best. Maybe you didn't get the job you desperately wanted, only to land something even better. Maybe someone walked out of your life, and at the time it hurt, but looking back, you see how it led you to stronger, more supportive relationships. This is proof that making space is necessary. It allows what is truly meant for you to find its way to you. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is to stop forcing things. Stop forcing friendships that feel one-sided. Stop chasing people who don't appreciate you. Stop holding on to a past version of yourself out of guilt or nostalgia. When something requires too much effort to keep in your life, it's usually a sign that it's not meant to stay. The right things won't feel forced. They will come naturally. The right people will reciprocate your energy. The right opportunities will excite you rather than drain you. The right path will feel like growth, not resistance. Trusting this process takes courage. It requires you to believe that what's ahead is better than what you're leaving behind. It means having faith that even if you don't see the full picture right now, every time you let go of something that no longer serves you, you are making room for something greater. The universe, life, or whatever higher force you believe in has a way of filling the space you create. But it starts with you. It starts with releasing what no longer fits so that what truly belongs in your life can finally arrive. Reclaiming your personal power is about taking control of your life, your choices, and your mindset. Too often, people give away their power without even realizing it. They let other people's opinions dictate their self-worth. They allow past experiences to define their future. They hold on to limiting beliefs that keep them stuck in the same cycles. But the truth is, no one else is responsible for your happiness, your success, or your fulfillment. Only you are. When you reclaim your personal power, you stop waiting for external validation, stop blaming outside circumstances, and start taking full ownership of your life. One of the biggest ways people give away their power is by allowing others to control how they feel. If someone criticizes you, do you immediately doubt yourself? If someone ignores you, do you suddenly feel unworthy? If someone treats you unfairly, do you let it ruin your entire day? When you let other people's actions dictate your emotions, you are handing over control of your happiness. But the truth is, how people treat you is a reflection of them, not you. You cannot control how others behave, but you can control how you respond. When you reclaim your power, you stop reacting emotionally to every little thing. You realize that you get to choose your mindset, your attitude, and your inner peace, no matter what is happening around you. Another way people give away their power is by blaming external factors for their situation. It's easy to say, I can't be happy because of my past, or I can't succeed because of what happened to me. But as long as you believe your circumstances control you, you stay stuck. Reclaiming your power means shifting from a victim mindset to a growth mindset. It means saying, I may not have chosen what happened to me, but I do choose how I move forward. Your past does not define you. Your mistakes do not define you. What defines you is how you rise, how you learn, and how you take action despite challenges. Taking your power back also means setting boundaries and standing up for yourself. If you let people walk all over you, take advantage of you, or make you feel small, you are giving them control over your life. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow. If you constantly say yes when you want to say no, if you tolerate disrespect, if you prioritize everyone else over yourself, you are shrinking yourself to please others. But when you reclaim your power, you start valuing yourself enough to say this is not okay. You start protecting your time, your energy, and your well-being. You realize that self-respect is not selfish. It's necessary. Another crucial part of reclaiming your power is owning your decisions. Too many people hesitate to make choices because they're afraid of making the wrong one. They overthink, ask for a million opinions, and end up stuck in indecision. But here's the truth. No one else can live your life for you. No one else knows what's best for you better than you do. Reclaiming your power means trusting yourself. It means making decisions based on what feels right for you, not based on fear, not based on what others expect, but based on your own intuition and values. Even if you make mistakes, you learn and grow from them. But waiting around for someone else to tell you what to do, that's how you stay stuck. At the end of the day, reclaiming your personal power is about taking responsibility. It's about recognizing that you are not powerless, no matter what has happened to you. It's about choosing to be in control of your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. When you stop giving your power away to people, to circumstances, to fear, you become unstoppable. You step into the version of yourself that is confident, fearless, and fully in control of your own life. And when you do that, everything changes. At the end of the day, life becomes lighter, freer, and more fulfilling when you stop trying to control what isn't yours to control. Let them judge. Let them misunderstand. Let them do whatever they're going to do, because none of it affects who you are unless you let it.